If you're defending site and you see 5 people running at you, you're gonna run away. You don't want to eat stuns, flashes, have duelists flying on your head. But when you do run away and you group up with your team, the retake doesn't go well, you start getting flamed for playing retake. Alright, you don't want me to retake? I'll try to anchor site. You get back on the same site, attackers run the same rush, but this time you're eating all the util instead. And obviously, you're gonna die because of it. And another big shocker, you get flamed after this round too. So you're getting flamed for playing retake, you're getting flamed for anchoring. What are you supposed to do? If you're dying a lot on defense like this, there's a good chance you don't know when you should be anchoring or when you should be retaking. And even if you pick the right one, you don't know how to do either. Let's go over retaking first. So when are you wrong for playing retake? If you're running away to play for retake and you're running past your teammates, you're definitely in the wrong. You should never be crossing positions with your teammates. For example, if you're playing Haven and you're running away to retake C, but you run into your teammates before you make it to CT, you deserve to get flamed. Where are you going? Why are your teammates trying to get into the position that you left? You're making your team fight for a position you already had. If you play like this, you're giving me as much info as an alarm bot. You guys are doing opposite things. You're running into the CT smoke while they're trying to run out of it. We playing Valorant or we playing musical chairs? You have to anchor your spot.
I don't like what my Cypher's doing on C these last 2 rounds. I'm gonna have to say something. Legitimately, all you have to do is break your dart for yourself, and then I will be in there with you.
So this is the first big point. If you look at your minimap and see your teammates are close enough to flood, you have to anchor. If you look at the minimap and you have 1 garage and 1 C-link, you should do everything you can to stay plat. Don't run away to logs or backside because that's where your help is gonna go when they get to you. You should do everything you can to hold this choke. This is your huge advantage when you're defending. You know they're coming through this one point and they don't know where you're defending from. But if you run back into CT, you're running through a choke and you don't know where they're holding you from. You're voluntarily flipping the roles on yourself and taking the harder one. You're probably saying, I do anchor. I'm just dying when I do it. You probably just suck at it. I don't believe you know how to anchor. Where are you standing when you anchor? You should try to play the deepest part of site and stall for your team. The longer you're able to hold this, the more confident your team will be in flooding. It's 1 less angle for them to worry about and 1 less position for them to fight for. You gotta use some util to defend yourself too. I don't need you to fight until the death. I need you to stay alive and keep your position so you can fight with your team. If you're Jet, you got 2 smokes you could throw mid-sight. You can be really annoying with mobility. You got a dash. If you're a Cypher, you got cages. If you're a KJ, you got mollies. Just use whatever you can to slow them down. You can also just ask your team for help. Ask for a smoke mid-sight, sit in there with the shorty. You can stand back plat and play a crossfire with CT if anyone runs through the smoke. Think about how annoying standing in this spot is for attackers. If I'm on attack and I know you run away every time, I don't even have to look left when I run onto site. I'll just stand logs and back site, hold the CT smoke, and you're not able to play the game. But if you stay here, I can't dry swing into the smoke, I can't take back site dry. It's gonna make me want to burn some sort of util to take the space. And I already know the follow-up question. How am I supposed to know if my team is flooding? If all these things check off and your team doesn't flood, that's their fault. You can't make your team flood, you can only ask them to do it. But you should be making the right choice, not the one that saves your KDA. The only excuse your team has for not flooding is if there are mollies in both smokes. But be real, how often is that really happening in a solo queue exec? Just do as much as you personally can to keep sight if your teammates are close and stop KDA playing. I'm not going to run back into CT, wait for my entire team to group up with me, and start thinking about how I want to take the site back when I was already there. But there are going to be times where it's just impossible to anchor. If I hit tab and I see 5 ults, I probably can't anchor this site. Even if I have 3 people on site, I can't hold against a KJ ult, Breach ult, Raze ult, Sova ult. There's just no way. Sometimes you're just going to be forced to retake. Or sometimes their comp is just really strong at execing. It's solo queue, right? Some teams are just going to have double duelist, double initiator, and a smoke. You have to ask yourself, where is my closest teammate? If you're playing C and your team is overstacked on A, your other guy is playing on B, you should be playing retake. It's okay for you to run back into CT and hold that space because your team is so far away from you. If you wanted to anchor, they would take at least 20 seconds to get to you. It's going to be impossible for you to hold 1v5 for 20 seconds compared to 1v5 for 3 seconds. You should be happy with running back into CT, holding that space, making sure attackers don't push through it, and giving time for your stack site to rotate over or make a flank. If you die stupidly while your team is far away, no one's going to be close to trade you, attackers have a man advantage, and your team won't know if attackers push through. They're going to be scared of CT, garage, window, which makes the retake really hard. But don't take this as, my team is far away, I have a free pass to run away every time because I'm playing retake and I'm keeping info. If you're just jiggling from backside at the start of the round, you're just playing a really bad retake. It's not wrong, but you have so much more space to be aggressive. You want to gain as much info as you can and bait attacker util while not dying. Even if they have big ults, you should do your best to try to bait it out. Especially if you're playing something like Jet, Yoru, Omen, Chamber, these agents with mobility, or a really strong stall senti like KJ or Deadlock. The more util you can bait out while playing for retake, the easier the actual retake is going to be. If you just run away as soon as you see people, all that util will just be directed at you while you try to retake from CT. So to sum it up, if you're deciding between retaking and anchoring, look at your minimap. If you're isolated, you should lean towards playing retake. If you have another 2 or 3 people close to you, anchor. Play the deepest part of sight, ask for their abilities, ask for them to flood, and don't cross paths with them. If you hit tab and you see a bunch of crazy ults, you're also probably playing for retake. You should still look to play aggressively if you're mobile or have a lot of stall, so you can bait out util and get as much info as possible. Retake does not mean full give, it means play to live. Hope this helps, and thanks for watching.